In gruesome playground injuries, the main theme of the show is what would you do for love, and how far would you go for it? During the show, I mean, it doesn't have a huge overarching story. That's like the weird thing about it. There's like no antagonist, anything like that. I mean, there's not really a huge running goal throughout the show. The story itself is just about the two characters, Doug and Kayleen, who like each other, and they keep meeting up at different hospitals for them to just talking about life and other things that come up. During the show, Doug and Kayleen like each other, and most scenes happen in a long gap. For example, the first scene, they are 8 years old, but then in the next scene, it takes place 15 years later, so they're 23. But then in scene 3, it goes 10 years before the second. So they're older than they were in the first one, but younger than they were in the first one. So they would be, and then it just goes on for about 30 years. Like the oldest they are 38. For the costumes, I was kind of thinking they could just wear like normal clothes, like whatever they want. Except for scene 1 and 3 where they are kids, because I mean kids don't wear the same thing that we wear, so I guess they'd wear something like more style to what a kid would wear. But each other scene where they're adults, they can wear really normal things, nothing that makes them look like adults, or nothing that makes them look fancy, because like the point of they're like normal people. There's nothing really amazingly interesting. They're not like super rich or anything like that. And maybe not anything really colorful either. Like I don't want their costumes like really stick out. Like, and then for each scene they'd have to wear like bandages and stuff like that, because, well, the whole point is that they're in the hospital. So each scene that they're assigned to the scar will have like a bandage around there. And then for lighting, I thought it would be interesting to have normal lights for most of it, unless like we can, for the scenes where they're in the clinic rooms, like I think they could do, if we can try to make it look like those clinic lights they have in schools. If we could do that, I think that'd be cool. But for the most part, just have the lights be normal. When they show off the scars, like it cuts to red, like a dark red, like ooh, how scary, and then it just cuts immediately back. And then for but when it cuts back to normal, then it'll cut back to normal colors. But when they get sad and they have a deep talk, it'll have like a more dim color, so it could like set the mood of how bad it is. All right, thank you, Mr. Hinzman.